Hey guys, yeah, before we start this video and stuff, I just want to say that, this is not sponsored by anyone. Nintendo's not paying us.
Nintendo, give us free stuff.
They haven't, but if they do, we'll let you know. Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Brandon here again, and I have a special guest for all of you.
Am I supposed to say something?
Yeah, I would say something now.
Do it over!
Alright guys, so, this is Eve, and... yeah, say hi, Eve.
Hi, YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is Eve. Now, our subject for the video today is the NES Classic Edition. I guess, Classic, or is it just NES Classic?
NES Classic Edition, that's what the box says.
Okay, that's fine. Well, so, I wanted to do a video on this, and I was always kind of a PlayStation kid, and the first Nintendo console that I owned myself, besides a Game Boy, was a Super Nintendo, but I owned that after I owned a PlayStation. So I'll just let Eve talk about her Nintendo qualifications real quick.
Sure, so the first thing I got though was a Game Boy, and not a console. But I've had every single Nintendo handheld up until this point, besides the new 3DS, whatever you want to call that. But the first console I had was the Nintendo 64, and I had a bunch of games for that. But then my favorite Nintendo console would, of course, be the GameCube. I have two of those. I have almost every single game for that, except for, like, the really expensive ones that came out towards the end of the GameCube's life, and I don't have them.
Well, what's not to like? It's a cube, you play games
It's a
on it.
lunchbox.
Yeah, it's like a lunchbox, exactly.
Game Sphere! Getting
back onto topic, the subject of this video is the NES Classic Edition. So, it's essentially a plug-and-play console that Nintendo has released. It has an MSRP of $60, and it comes with things.
30 games, Brandon.
Yeah, 30
You don't
games.
remember this stuff already?
I mean, sort of.
Should I be saying this?
I mean, you can say it if you want.
Okay, so it comes with 30 classic games, and those are like Super Mario 1 through 3, Legend of Zelda 1 and 2, Pac-Man, etc., etc. Now, some of the games I know it doesn't come with is
I don't
Metal
think it
Gear.
comes with Pac-Man.
It does come with Pac-Man.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, there'll be a list. Sorry,
okay, I know it comes out with Punch-Out, but not Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. What's it, Mr. Lucky?
Mr. Fantastic? Mr. Megorium? I don't know.
Great.
It's Mr. something.
Instead of Mike Tyson, because he doesn't want his name on the game anymore, I guess.
Either that or they just didn't want to pay him.
That too.
All those Hangover movies have made him pretty credible, so he's expensive.
It doesn't come with, like, the original Metal Gear. It doesn't come with Battletoads. But then some of that stuff is probably licensing. You're not going to get Battletoads on a newer Nintendo system because Rare is now owned by Microsoft, and they'd have to license it.
And also, GameStop probably doesn't want a million people calling asking for Battletoads.
Yeah, because it technically would be the new Battletoads.
Yeah, it's just asking for trouble.
Yeah, I'm sure Nintendo was totally thinking about GameStop's best interest, Brandon.
I mean, GameStop is the one peddling all of their games, so it's a possibility.
As well as, like, Walmart and Target.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Okay, well, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so now stuff I actually do know about this thing. So it comes with an AC adapter, which is attached via USB cord, and like USB cord in the back to an AC adapter that you plug into your wall, and also it is an HDMI output. Now, it should be mentioned that's the only way you could possibly get video and sound from the system to your TV, so yeah, if you don't have an HD TV by now, you're kind of out of luck.
So if you want to play on your original TV, you probably still have your original NES because you haven't upgraded.
Yeah, that's true. Also, I think it would have been funny if they actually had coaxial inputs for it, although, you know, those are very...
Well, I do know that on the NES Mini Classic, whatever, you can change it so that it looks like it's through coaxial cable. It has, like, a CRT mode, so it's, like, got the lines.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and then it also has a 4:3 ratio, and then it has a thing called Pixel Perfect, which means it's going to be the same pixel ratio, which isn't 4:3. It sort of looks like whatever the square ratio the Game Boy had.
Oh, okay.
That's what the Pixel Perfect mode is.
Oh,
But
neat.
your default's going to be 4:3, so it's not. None of your games are going to be stretched out to widescreen. None of those games that are included.
So you could play them in all their original glory, I guess you could say. So let's see. Right, biggest detail about this is the fact that it doesn't play cartridges. Don't believe the eBay listings that you've probably looked at.
Mm-hmm.
There's nowhere to put cartridges in it. It only comes with the 30 games. It doesn't hook up to the internet, so there's no way to, download more games. The good thing, though, as I said, the MSRP is $60 for this. There's 30 games on it. If you do the math, it's about $2 per game. In fact, it's
Exactly
$2 per game.
Unless there's tax.
Yeah, exactly. But, we're in Delaware right now, so stop crying about it. Anyway, also, it should be mentioned that if you were to buy this stuff on, what's the Nintendo's,
Oh, the
store
virtual
thing?
console.
Yeah, the virtual console.
I think they sell the games for about $5, maybe
Yeah.
$1 to $5.
So in other words, if you're just looking for a way to play these games and aren't worried about the medium on which you're playing it, you could definitely, get this and save a bunch of money. Also, it comes with a NES Classic controller, and you could buy additional ones for $9.99 a piece. So
And
there you go.
that classic controller, you could actually plug it into your Wii U, but people are confused why you would want to do that because the Wii U is being phased out. So then they're like, "What's the point of this?"
True. We're all just waiting for the Nintendo Switch. That's
Yeah.
what it kind of comes down to.
Skyrim on Nintendo.
Yeah,
Enough said.
exactly. Something you may have noticed is that although you've heard that this has come out, it seems to be non-existent right now, as in you can't find it anywhere. In fact, how many GameStops do we go to?
We just went to 2, but no matter what store we went to, we would see the signs saying sold out.
Yeah,
and that includes Target and Walmart, because we did go buy those too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we weren't exactly out to buy it. We were just kind of out and about and stuff, but everywhere we went, there was essentially a handwritten sign on the door that said, "We don't have these."
Yeah, it said 0 left, and that would probably be 0 out of 2.
Yeah,
so you only got 2 in the store.
Yeah,
or something.
exactly. Just maybe asking yourselves why. I see you looking at me like that. You guys may be asking yourselves why are they so limited right now? So there's a couple different reasons, and the first reason is because of Nintendo's biggest tendency lately, and that is undershipping units.
Yeah, we've seen this with the Amiibos. I guess would be the best way to
the most recent
yeah, the most
example.
recent, because it's not like they ran out of Wii U's. Nobody was running out to go buy Wii U's.
Well, yeah, the reason for that though is because a lot of you guys will probably remember this because I don't think I'm talking to any 2-year-olds. So
Original Wii came out in what, 2006?
yeah, I think so. So
that was that was like the hot.
That was the
item.
hot Christmas item. Like, in all honesty, I was surprised that back then my parents were able to get one for me. But, every year there's that kind of really hot Christmas item that comes around and is impossible to get your hands on. Like, you remember when Tickle Me Elmo came out, right?
Yeah, that was the if you don't get this, you're a bad parent item.
Yeah, exactly. And because of that, people were getting trampled, stabbed, and possibly even shot over that. But I'm not going to say that for sure. But I definitely know
Those first
people.
two.
Those first two, definitely. But that was nuts. And you got to figure, and that was just over a toy. That was over an Elmo toy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, after the sales success of the Wii console, the Nintendo decided to produce more Wii U's. Of course, there were a lot of issues like that, whether it be the fact that Nintendo didn't allow streaming in a time where live streaming was, very big, or, the whole debacle with YouTube and having to be Nintendo certified on YouTube. And also the system being kind of underpowered. That's what people say. I think it performed kind of well.
For the Wii or the Wii U?
The Wii U.
Well, the Wii U came out at a time where we had PS4 and Xbox One. Now, I don't really like Xbox in general, but it still is a far superior system than the Wii is. It can at least, play movies. The Wii still can't do that.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, but Nintendo with the Switch and everything like that, I think that's probably going to cover all their bases.
I feel like they're not going to make it play like movies. They don't need to. It's a handheld console. That's what this is going to be.
I mean, as long as it plays YouTube videos and has access to Netflix, though, I feel like playing movies isn't really, you know...
True, that could be a reason why they've always avoided it. They always did have Netflix, even on the regular Wii.
Yeah, true. What I was saying is that with the commercial success of the Wii console, the Wii U was shipped in greater numbers, but not bought. Like, there's still original consoles in stores from the first shipment.
So I would say the second most annoying thing plaguing this whole NES mini release is Scalpers. I've seen constantly posted online just within the last couple of days. Oh, ha ha ha, look at me. I bought 5 of these units. I haven't played any of them because I've just been reselling them and I made $900. And it's like, well, good for you. Because these are the people that waited in line for one store and then put in orders to 5 different stores, like Amazon or whatever. And they're just gloating, they're not even playing it, and they're saying, oh, well, you better buy it from me because this is the hot Christmas item, and if you don't have this for your kids, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, your kids are going to hate you.
Yeah, it's very annoying, and it's frustrating seeing people on, like, the buying and trading video game forums and stuff that I'm on for Facebook, just gloating, acting like they're better than everyone because they're like, oh, well, I could just do this because I have the power to do that. That doesn't mean that it's right. It's unethical.
More than anything, the whole problem with this is that, you know, I feel like a lot of these people that are doing that may possibly own indie game stores, and if they do have a contract with Nintendo, which I'm not sure exactly how liberal Nintendo is with the contracts when it comes to game stores, but if they're getting these straight from Nintendo and selling them for such marked up prices, because as I said, the MSRP is $60 and people are selling them for $200, $250, sometimes as much as $300. Hell, I've even seen a result for it for, what were they selling it for, like $4,000?
Yeah.
I mean, not that it would sell for that much, but just the fact that someone's putting it up there with the hopes that enough, you know, there will be enough of a shortage, then, you know, someone might be desperate enough to buy that. And, you know, even if you're a millionaire and you buy something for that much, it's still, like, kind of not right.
Yeah. Well, another thing to note, though, is because of the price gouging, people are giving this really terrible ratings on eBay and on Amazon. It has, like, 1 star on Amazon. And this is a great product. And I'll probably get this at some point. I don't really need to run out and get it at 60, at 100, or whatever. Because those are great games. Those are classic games. I've played these tons of times already, so that's why I'm not really hankering to get my hands on one right now. But it's a shame, though, because now this product is going to seem like it's bad, but it's not. And then it's like Nintendo kind of did it to themselves yet again.
To kind of close this out, I just wanted to say, you know, the technology used with these is not exactly cutting edge or anything, and that's nothing against Nintendo, because more than anything, they didn't have to use anything cutting edge. This is something that I don't doubt is just something that they wanted to release because it was fairly easy to make and pretty much guaranteed to sell. So what I suggest doing is I wouldn't buy from these scalpers and everything, because for that $250 that they're charging you for this system, you could go out and for $5 buy one of these. Also, I should say that I am not, we're not being paid by Adafruit. This is just something I own because it's cool. This is a Raspberry Pi Zero, and
it does have a memory card in it, though.
It does have a memory card.
That does not come with it.
In total, you'd probably pay about $30 to have something that you could play games like this on. Alright, so some final thoughts to really close out the video. It's understandable that you would want to get this for your kid, especially if you had a Nintendo when you were a kid. You want to give them the same experience as you had, because, you know, playing some of the old classics with your kid will really make them understand where you've come from and kind of how you grew up.
And to compare it to the consoles that they play today to give them a little bit of a history of video games.
Exactly. Like, you could explain to them, hey, guess what? Games weren't always as easy as they are now. Unless, of course, it's an Atlas game, because I'm pretty sure those are the hardest games ever.
Yeah.
But anyway, listen, don't feel like you're going to be a bad parent or anything like that just because you didn't run out and pay $250 from someone who's reselling it. In fact, it might teach your kid a little bit of financial responsibility to wait on it and explain why you waited.
Yeah.
So, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and she's not going to see this, but give Eve a hand. She was a lot of help with this video.
Oh, thanks, Brandon. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thanks for including me in your video.
definitely. Alright, see you guys later.